This Week in College Football is brought to you by Aflac, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Dove Men Plus Care, Nissan, and Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville. And we start off this week with our top 25, presented by Aflac. We've got you under our wing. Ohio State sitting pretty at number 1. They don't move after their bye week 6-0, but after that, everything changes because Tulane beat LSU for the first time since 1982. Notre Dame up to number 2. Georgia Tech up to number 3. Penn State up to number 4. And Texas rounds out your top 5. The only team in the top 5 with a loss. Auburn up 4 spots to number 6. They're 5-2. Tennessee up 4 spots to number 7. Appalachian State still undefeated 6-0. They're up 4 spots to number 8. North Carolina lost to Miami. They fell to 6-1 and they fell down 3 spots to number 9. Kansas State beats Iowa State, jumps up 5 spots, rounding out the top 10 with a 4-2 record. Illinois up 5 spots to number 11. LSU falls down 10 spots. After that close loss to Tulane, they're at 6-1. Clemson falls to 3-3. They fall down 5 spots to number 13. Georgia losing to Kentucky for the first time since 2009. They fall down to 14th. Utah rounds out the top 15, undefeated 6-0, up 3 spots from last week. Florida falls down to number 16, down 2 spots. They lost to now number 17 Missouri, who's up 5 spots. Navy 7-0, up to number 18. Florida State, the only other team in the polls to not move after last week. They were on a bye. Oklahoma, though, got blown out at home by TCU in prime time, and they fell down 7 spots to number 20. Louisiana lost to Appalachian State. They fell down 4 spots to 21. Nebraska entering the polls 5-2. They're number 22 in the country. Wake Forest up 1 spot, undefeated 6-0 after a bye. Michigan up 1 spot. They face rival Michigan State this week in Ann Arbor. They're up to 24 after a bye. And rounding out your top 25, the 6-1 Kentucky Wildcats. And this Saturday on ABC at 3:30, the Mel Tucker-led Michigan State Spartans head into Ann Arbor to take on their arch rival, the Jim Harbaugh-led Michigan Wolverines. Michigan comes in ranked number 24, looking to avenge a loss last year. Kickoff is at 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central Time, immediately following Illinois at Penn State on ABC. Now don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break and a word from our sponsors.
We think you would really shine in the Aflac program.
Aflac.
Coach Saban, we have health insurance.
Did health insurance pay for everything?
No. We still have bills.
Aflac gives you money directly to help with those.
Aflac.
And your deductibles, knee brace, whatever you choose.
Aflac sounds like a winner.
We try.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Get to know us at Aflac.com.
And welcome back. Now we have the top 25 by conference, presented by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. The perfect combination of chocolate and peanut butter. The Americans still with one team, that lone team being Navy. The ACC got the same 5 in the same order as last week. Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Clemson, Florida State, and Wake Forest. The Big Ten down to 5, Ohio State, Penn State, Illinois, Nebraska, and Michigan. The Big 12, same 3, switched up a little bit. Texas, Kansas State, and Oklahoma. Conference USA, MAC, Mountain West, all nothing on the board for them, but the Independents still hold Notre Dame, who is up to number 2 in the nation. Pac-12, their only team is Utah. The SEC just keeps on becoming that dominant conference that we know they are. Auburn, Tennessee, LSU, Georgia, Florida, Missouri, and Kentucky. And the Sun Belt still holds App State and Louisiana. So if you break it down by the numbers, the American, the Independents, and the Pac-12 all have 1 apiece. The Sun Belt still at 2. The Big 12 still at 3. The ACC and Big 10 are tied at 5. And the SEC leads the nation with 7 teams ranked this week. And that leads us into the top 25 dropouts for the week, presented by Dolls Men Plus Care. Be comfortable in your own skin. The Big Ten did not fare well this week. Iowa losing to Purdue by a lot at home. They fell out. Minnesota losing their 4th straight game after a 2-0 start. They finally fall out of the polls after they fell to 2-4 after a loss to Nebraska. That leads us to the outside looking in, presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. You got 3 undefeated teams in here. Liberty, San Jose State, and Coastal Carolina. And then 2 one-loss teams. Michigan State, who's playing at Michigan this week, and then Texas Tech. Michigan State, if they beat Michigan, will probably no doubt be in the polls next week. If San Jose State goes to 8-0, they will probably also make it in, barring who falls out after some losses, because you never know what can happen in the world of college football. And finally, the big games of the week, presented by Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville. Wednesday night, Coastal Carolina looking to solidify that they are the team to beat in the Sun Belt as they head to Boone to take on the number 8 ranked Mountaineers of Appalachian State on ESPN2 at 7:30. Then Saturday, the ABC slate is stacked with games. Saturday morning, noon Eastern, College Game Day will be at Penn State as they take on the number 11 ranked Fighting Illini of Illinois on their homecoming weekend. Then immediately following that game, Michigan State and Michigan in the battle for the Paul Bunyan Trophy at 3:30. And then ESPN Saturday Night Football on ABC. The number 3 ranked Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech look to keep their undefeated season rolling as they take on the Cavaliers of Virginia. Thank you for tuning in to This Week in College Football, and we hope you enjoyed this week of college football action.